Happy Monday. Can you guys hear me? My board looks a little weird. Daily show, we got a good one for you. Coming up in a couple of minutes' time, we're going to be talking to Linda Andreas. She is the current county clerk with the Clerk and Recorder's Office Consolidated. The primary is tomorrow in Illinois. All those commercials for a little bit will wind on down, and I know here in Madison County been really light, but man, a lot of congressional commercials this time around the horn. Linda will fill us in on the work she's done and just give us an update before. We had her challenger for that race, Kurt Prenzler, on Friday. Both of them have been on twice as we keep everything going towards the state of the race 2026. Ameren Illinois joins us at 9:30. We're going to talk about storm preparedness and really how they react. What a weird day for the region yesterday. You had the rain, you had the winds, you had the snow, the 50-degree temperature drop. Your sanity probably left some point, you know, all that good stuff. We also have more conversations in the 10 o'clock hour. HD Key joins us. Team River Runner, going to be giving him a call and learning all about this really cool group that we've been excited to know about so far in the last couple of weeks. So all that comes down the pipeline this Monday morning, but at 9:05, here's what you need to know. At an Alton City Council meeting last week, a police lieutenant said the department is working to correct widespread misunderstandings about Illinois cannabis laws. An alderman asked whether the strong smell of cannabis from a car gives officers the authority to pull it over. Lieutenant Emily Heine said a traffic stop requires probable cause, and odor alone is not always enough, depending on the totality of circumstances. She emphasized cannabis must be from a legal dispensary and sealed in its original packaging, and vehicle transport requires a secure, sealed container kept inaccessible while driving. Using cannabis in a vehicle remains illegal. For more details, RiverBender.com /news. Granite City Police responded early Saturday to a reported dog attack at a home in the 2100th block of Monroe Street. Here's what we know. Officers were dispatched around 1:30 a.m. after reports that a woman was attacked in the backyard by two dogs. Police said the dogs were aggressive, and officers used lethal force to stop them so they could safely reach the victims and provide medical aid. While treating the adult victim, officers discovered a juvenile victim nearby. Both suffered serious injuries and were taken to a St. Louis area hospital for further treatment. Police say no additional details are being released. A Bethalto resident is facing multiple charges after police say he lied during a domestic battery investigation. Here's what we know. Joseph Yancey, 37, charged February the 27th with aggravated domestic battery, obstructing justice, and domestic battery. Authorities allege that on February the 25th, Yancey committed domestic battery against a family or household member, causing great bodily harm. Investigators also say he gave false information by claiming that there was no adult female being in his apartment, despite one being present. The SIUE Police Department presented the case. Yancey was released pending trial with conditions, including no contact and surrendering firearms and any FOID card that might be there too. Also in the news today, the Madison County Sheriff's Office is teaming up with the Illinois State Police and the Illinois Department of Transportation for a stepped-up traffic safety campaign running through 6 a.m. March the 23rd. The efforts target drunk, high, and drug-impaired driving tied to St. Patrick's Day celebrations, expected to stretch across the next week and surrounding weekends. Deputies will watch for impairment from alcohol, cannabis, and other drugs, including prescription medication that can affect driving. Enforcement will also focus on seatbelt use, especially at night, along with speeding, distracted driving, and other violations. The campaign funded by federal traffic safety grants. With the Illinois primary set for March the 17th, Democratic comptroller candidate Holly Kim making the case for her lived experience and local government background to make her the right choice. She joined us on the show on Friday. Kim says she's focused on helping working families and delivering tangible care while serving as an independent fiscal watchdog. She recounts facing hardship as a young mother, including identity theft, and says programs like SNAP and the LIHEAP helped her get by. Kim pledges to prioritize reimbursements to nonprofits, support unions, and protect prevailing wages. More details on the candidate profile available at RiverBender.com /news. Let's take a look at weather. 21 degrees in downtown Alton. It feels like 6 out there today. Very windy, very cold with a couple of flurries this morning, then times of clouds and sun this afternoon. Breezy this evening, otherwise mainly clear, and it will be frigid. Right now, air quality is at 32, mold counts are low, and the tree levels are still high. For the next 2 days, well, we're back to what we've been experiencing, a high of 30 on Monday, today a low of 14 degrees. On Tuesday, a high of 34, a low of 31, and then the temperatures start to warm up. Here we go. On Wednesday, a high of 64, a low of 38. On Thursday, a high of 73, a low of 43 degrees, and then on Friday, a high of 78, a low of 52, and that's a look at your next 5 days. We are getting closer and closer to April weather. That's a look at your next 5 days. You can stay up to date in real time all the time by downloading the RiverBender.com app today or by just going to RiverBender.com/weather, always powered by Michael Ryan Exteriors. With really just 20 years in the Metro East, they're trusted and true by all homeowners and really just do incredible work. It's home exteriors with a craftsman's touch. They got a great team. They're in and out faster than you can blink, really, and they got everything cleaned up so well for me. I didn't even know they were there, to be quite honest, and that was my roofing job. But if you need your roof done, your siding done, gutters, and repairs done right the first time, Michael Ryan Exteriors, that's the people to call. You can go to RiverBender.com/weather and always get weather tips and home tips related to the current weather, like this one. You know, gusts can lift shingles and loosen some flashing, and Michael Ryan Exteriors, the roofing professionals, can inspect and repair those small issues fast. You can request an inspection right now by going to RiverBender.com/weather. But at 9:10, that's how we're starting off the week. We'll come back. More Daily Show continues after this. Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Firearms training shouldn't feel intimidating. At Precision Point Armory in Bethalto, we focus on safety, confidence, and real-world skills. Whether you're new or renewing your concealed carry, you'll get professional instruction without pressure. Learn safe handling, sound decision-making, and proper techniques tailored to your experience level. If you're looking for premium firearms training in the heart of Bethalto, Illinois, call 618-779-9947 or go to precisionpointarmory.net and train with confidence today.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good. What's up? It's my Keith. What's up, bro? What's good, my guy? Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Tom Wells, an assistant chief of the Godfrey Fire District. He has been a firefighter and an EMT for over 20 years. Tom is currently an instructor in the Lewis and Clark paramedicine program and has 2 degrees from LC, fire science and nursing.
I'm Tom Wills, and I'm a trailblazer.
Oh no, another bad headache?
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
Welcome back. We're waiting on County Clerk Linda Andreas. She's going to join us in a few seconds. A little bit of some detours today out there. Hey, that wind advisory is still in effect until noon today. For all of you that need to go make sure that everything's still, hunkered down and all that good stuff. So while I have you, I do want to fill you in on this legislative update out of Springfield. Senator Harris has introduced legislation to restore a policy allowing the state of Illinois to recover incarceration costs from inmates when appropriate. Now, this would be Senate Bill 3958, and it reinstates language that was previously removed from state law that allowed the Illinois Department of Corrections to pursue reimbursement for incarceration expenses based on case-by-case basis when incarcerated individuals haven't the ability to contribute. Here's what the senator had to say. This is about fairness and responsible stewardship of taxpayer dollars. If somebody has the means to help cover their cost of their incarceration, taxpayers should not be automatically the bearer of the burden. In the past years, the state recovered funds from inmates who had access to settlements, trust funds, or other cases. In one, the Department of Corrections recovered nearly $320,000 from a convicted serial child sex offender who was disclosed he was the beneficiary of a multi-million-dollar trust fund. In another case, the state pursued reimbursement from an inmate who received a $451,000 jury award while serving a life sentence for the 1993 Brown's chicken murders. The issues have drawn attention following the case of Sandra Kalohu, who was convicted of murdering and dismembering her landlord and had previously been awarded a $2.8 million judgment after being struck by a Chicago Transit Authority bus in 2018. She had been sentenced to 58 years in prison, with the annual cost of incarceration in Illinois exceeding $20,000 per inmate. Taxpayers could spend at least $1.1 million over the course of her sentence. Senate Bill 3958 would restore the Department of Corrections authority to review financial information and work with the Illinois Attorney General to pursue reimbursement when warranted. We'll keep you updated as the measure moves through the Senate and through both chambers of the legislative body. What about this story for you? Alton Community Unit School District number 11 students had the opportunity to write their own books. So over 100 students and their families gathered at Alton High School for the annual Young Authors Banquet. Kids in kindergarten through 8th grade had the chance to enter the Young Authors program, which encouraged them to write and illustrate their stories. Jody Megas, the district's director of curriculum, expressed her excitement to share the experience with Alton students. Alton Schools have participated in Young Authors program for over 20 years, and they've always had an impressive turnout. The banquet on March the 11th allowed students to share their stories with one another, and every student received a trophy, and they were able to read their stories aloud to their peers. You can see a full write-up there at RiverBender.com/news. We'll take a quick break, and we're going to come back with more next. Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Firearms training shouldn't feel intimidating. At Precision Point Armory in Bethalto, we focus on safety, confidence, and real-world skills. Whether you're new or renewing your concealed carry, you'll get professional instruction without pressure. Learn safe handling, sound decision-making, and proper techniques tailored to your experience level. If you're looking for premium firearms training in the heart of Bethalto, Illinois, call 618-779-9947 or go to precisionpointarmory.net and train with confidence today.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
What's up, it's my Keith. What's up, bro? Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Tom Wells, an assistant chief of the Godfrey Fire District. He has been a firefighter and an EMT for over 20 years. Tom is currently an instructor in the Lewis and Clark paramedicine program and has 2 degrees from LC, fire science and nursing.
I'm Tom Wills, and I'm a trailblazer.
Yeah, I ain't going outside for a few hours. If I do, I'll end up on 270. Wind gusts to take me. We're back in with our friends at Ameren Illinois. Brian back in the studio. And we're working at Paula, but just really the nature of the beast, so to speak, is the fact that, this storm came and just had every season of the year in one day. How are you guys doing just on the recovery of that and just seeing you guys hard at work again?
Yeah, so Paula Nixon was supposed to join us. As you said, she's our community liaison. Her role in storms is to interact with different key folks. So she'll work with city and county stakeholders, police and fire, and she pretty much pulled an all-nighter. So she called me this morning or left me a text message at 5 and said, I'm getting a little bit of rest and I'm heading back into the operating center. So from a storm perspective, St. Clair County got hit, around Madison in Illinois got hit, and around Gillespie, Hillsborough area got, that was probably where the focus of most of our outages were located.
Wow. Well, and it really, it's interesting to have you guys on the day after that, because I mean, really, just everything you prepare for throughout the year was on display. I feel like yesterday with the winds, and now I guess the wind advisory is still something you monitor until they all start to calm down a little bit here.
Right. So we still have a handful of outages in Madison County, and we have a handful in St. Clair County. So the winds today will also impact a little bit of that restoration.
I can see that.
Because, you got to go up, climb a pole, or you go up into a bucket truck. So, that poses safety issues, for the guys who need to restore. And then, sometimes the winds come and they knock down other dead branches and trees and cause outages in other places. So we've got plenty of boots on the ground in the area, and we'll ride out this next wave of wind.
And now just, I don't want to keep hitting on this topic, but if someone is experiencing an outage right now, or if there's somebody that maybe they're on their phone because, they got their car charger going, or hopefully they were prepared a little bit with some any type of backup power, what do you just advise during these times as Ameren, as a company, during restoration efforts?
So I got two safety tips, and one is very timely. But the first one is when you go out in the aftermath of a storm, or in this case later today with some winds and you've lost power, be mindful of where those down lines could be. If they're across your driveway, across the street, in your backyard, wherever they are, please stay away and give us a call in Illinois at 1-800-755-5000. Just always assume that those lines are energized. And the second part of that is last night at some point I was following along the storms and had been taking a lot of notes and just helping out where I could from a communication standpoint. We did learn that someone in Missouri struck a pole. I don't know if that was because of the storm. That's the only information, the fact that I don't have. And she got out of her vehicle and suffered a shock because there were down power lines around her vehicle. Man. So that is the other safety message. If you're driving and you come in contact or you see some low-hanging wires and you do not know what they are, the best bet is just to assume that they're a power line and turn your vehicle around. Go the opposite direction, and then please do not drive over a line. A lot of people think that they're safe in their vehicle, but what can happen is as you drive over that wire could get entangled in something underneath your car, could catch on a wheel, it could catch on one of the bumpers, and then the next thing you know, you've pulled infrastructure like a power pole with a transformer or other things onto your vehicle or in front of you, putting yourself in further harm's way rather than just stopping and noticing that situation and leaving.
And this kind of ties in too, because, we're talking about you guys reacting right now to storms and cleanup, but I feel like as, just everyday people, there's things that I see, like there's some lines by my house that I need to call Ameren about and just have them take a look about, because I'm sure for, the team and all of your efforts, it's a little bit easier whenever you can prevent some of these problems before the storms happen or before some of these things really can cause some major issues.
Right. I mean, we inspect our lines. We have a cycle for that. We inspect our power poles. But, if you get into a situation, especially in the aftermath of weather like this, and, maybe a branch did come down and it hit the line. You didn't see it, but now all of a sudden you see it. It's low hanging or it's sagging, whatever you want to call it. You just give us a call at 1-800-755-5000 and we'll get a professional line worker out there to assess the situation.
Very interesting. We're going to continue our conversation here with Brian, and we also have Linda Andreas. She's county clerk. We're a day away from the primary too, so we got a busy 9 o'clock hour. And here's what I think we'll do, Brian. If it's okay, why don't we do this? We'll wrap up the 9 with the tips and everything else. Mm-hmm. Let's get Linda Andreas in here, and we'll do that interview, and we'll come back and do a little bit of a bookend segment, if we will. It's 9:30. We'll come back and we'll have more Daily Show after this. Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Firearms training shouldn't feel intimidating. At Precision Point Armory in Bethalto, we focus on safety, confidence, and real-world skills. Whether you're new or renewing your concealed carry, you'll get professional instruction without pressure. Learn safe handling, sound decision-making, and proper techniques tailored to your experience level. If you're looking for premium firearms training in the heart of Bethalto, Illinois, call 618-779-9947 or go to precisionpointarmory.net and train with confidence today.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
What's up, it's my Keith. What's up, bro? Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Tom Wells, an assistant chief of the Godfrey Fire District. He has been a firefighter and an EMT for over 20 years. Tom is currently an instructor in the Lewis and Clark Paramedicine program and has 2 degrees from LC, fire science and nursing.
I'm Tom Wills, and I'm a trailblazer.
Oh no, another bad headache? Yeah. Maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
Welcome back. Daily Show. Bouncing right back over to Linda and Andreas, the Madison County Clerk. And I say clerk and recorder because the office is consolidated. You still do both roles.
Right.
We are a day away from the primary. How are we feeling?
It's the final countdown.
Are you at the point now where it's just, we're here type of thing, you know?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Well, you know, you've had a chance now. It's been a hard-fought primary, you know, and a lot of work being done. Take me through just how you're feeling a day before the day of ballots are to be cast. Are you feeling pretty confident?
Yes. Yes.
And, you know, where are you at now, and what would you like the voters to know most before they head into the polling places tomorrow?
Well, you know, knowledge is key to any decision-making process. So I would like to set a couple of things straight. You know, I am a supporter of the SAVE Act, by the way. I've sent letters to legislators, and of course in Illinois I got the usual back, but that's okay. You just keep working on that one. But you know, there have been allegations that our voter rolls are incorrect. I'd like to address that. Mm-hmm. So, which I'm surprised my opponent says he's a CPA. having been, I'm not a mathematician, but I am graduated in the sciences. And so those are important components. And whenever you make blanket statements, you should never make blanket statements, actually. But if you do, you should have supporting documentation to back those things up. Using two variables, population decrease and voter roll increase, is not a study. To analyze the data in our voter rolls, which we continue to carry those voter rolls. We don't ever expunge them. That's illegal. But our voter rolls sit at 192,000 right now, which is high. It's also something to be very proud of because we've seen that increase, yes, because of enduring population decrease, because of all the things that have been put in motion in the last decade or two. So, for instance, the DMV, they do automatic registration. Mm-hmm. That's new since 2017. You have to take in migration patterns. You have to take in aging of the population. You have to take in heightened activism during certain elections, whether it's something local or whether it's something federal. All those things are very strong indicators of how voting's going. And before I ever campaigned the first time, I thought, why are people not more engaged? We are getting more engagement. This is a good thing. Mm-hmm. Now hopefully it's not just a piece of paper. You don't just register, you use it, you go out and vote, which we'd like to see more during the primary. We'd like to see more during consolidated. People tend to vote during presidentials. But and another one is college institution. We have SIUE here. We had kids last time. We had so many registrations. It was incredible. So it takes months to put all that data together. Mm-hmm. And so making a blanket statement is not true. There is nothing going on in our office with our voter rolls. They also come through the state. They're correct. We'd be in some big trouble if they were not.
And that's what I was going to ask you. And you make very good points to that, with the college and the different requirements, because I don't know the data analysis that goes into it. And that's why, I don't make a stand or statement on these things. I like to, hear about them from the prospective candidates. But in your opinion, and where your position is, the voter rolls look good and look complacent, correct?
Yes, they're complete, and mm-hmm. they're always changing. I'm not going to show you the charts right now, but I did make it up just using those two variables, mm-hmm. and it's super interesting to watch the numbers go up and down. Now, this is registrations per year.
Oh, wow.
So here's 2000. Here's 2010, way up here, and then it drops way down here. And you can see the numbers over here to figure out can you see that? I don't know. You probably can't.
I'll figure out how we
Okay. But that's the registrations per year.
Okay.
And you can see the numbers up and down. So, anybody that's ever taken statistics, which I hated, but I did get an A in it. If you can make the numbers work for your benefit. So we don't want to do that. We want absolute numbers. We want absolute truth.
Just to go back and clarify too, you do support the SAVE Act as
absolutely.
Okay. and only saying that because you wanted to make a clarification on that earlier, and then with the voter registration, there's just to come back to it and summarize for our audience, a lot of variables and more to it. And what you're telling us more to it than just the population decreases and the voter registration database, correct?
Right. That's only two variables. You have to consider all the variables.
What are you hearing now in the last couple of days of the primary? Is it more of in lines with, questions about, we heard about voter registration could be out of whack, or is it more about the work that you're looking to do? Have you been able to stay in your platform a bit of what you want to continue to do, or has it been kind of going back and getting your thoughts across on this matter?
Right now, honestly, CJ, because we have early voting and the vote by mail started early February, we're pretty much consumed with all that.
I bet.
Yeah. And we've had new technology in our office this past few months, and so it's really busy and really concentrated. So I haven't people mostly are either listening to this side or this side.
Yeah.
What do you have to say? And that's bottom line.
Well, and that's as we go into that, because we are a day away from tomorrow, and it's going to be interesting in your position. It has been because you're managing all of the election processes and you're running, for re-election. So I'm sure you still have to keep your job
exactly
right there in the forefront. When everything happens tomorrow, what do you hope for the outcome to be? And I don't mean, yes, you win, and I know that's what you want it to be, but do you want it to be where, people right away can see that, data's coming in and that, there's no, because you always get those, why did it take so long for the updates to come in? And I only ask you that because we get those questions every 2 years here.
So the polls close at 7:00. So then the judges have a whole protocol they have to follow to get everything correct. And, there's a certain way to shut down the machine. So it can take about up to an hour at least to get all that done. And these are long days for people. They come in at 5:00 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they've got we did training all last week. A lot of these they're well seasoned judges. We have a few new ones.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we put those in with the seasoned ones, and we also have used it before. On our website is election night reporting, and that's a new vendor that we started this past year or so. And it's excellent. So you'll see results the minute they start coming in.
Fantastic. And now, if everything goes well for you tomorrow, you win the primary. What are you looking to continue to do as county clerk?
Well, I actually I have a list of things that I want to do, and unfortunately, they're not really high techy, but they're going to be bringing more transparency to our office. So I'm going to continue fine-tuning what we've already built on, because we do have some reporting things that we're working on. But we did start a text communication, and I mentioned that the last time I was here. That outreach, that's still in kind of a little developmental stage. I think people are maybe a little confused on some parts of it. We'll work that out, but that's meant to be a good thing to communicate with people, because everybody has their cell phones. But I want to expand public education. So, for instance, one of the other things my opponent talks about is the tax levies, and that they're messed up, and that we're doing something wrong in our office. First and foremost, I'd like to say, if there was something nefarious going on in our office, I'd probably be behind bars, because we have a huge checks and balance system. Not just in our office, but in our county. So you've got the auditor's office, you've got our office, you've got the treasurer's office, and the assessor's office. We all commingle, and there's law that guides all these decisions for assessments and property taxes. I have nothing to do with property taxes. I was told that I would when I first ran the first time, and I argued that point, but I was told back then, just say that you'll lower taxes. That's how you win. That's a horrible thing, and I wish that never had happened to me. But I am the eyes on the levies. But here's how the levies work. There's a software program called DevNet. The entire state uses this software. The districts give you how much money they want. It's like you're asking your parents, "Well, I'd like $100," and they're like, "Well, we'll think about this," right? Well, we don't really think about it. We just put in this software that's already set up, does all the calculations. Then we spit it out. When that's done, and that goes to the state and gets signed, and we get our multiplier that says whether they'll have a little room or down. If it ends up going over the treasurer's office, what you see on those tax computations on our website is never the amount they actually get. Now, I said one more thing. There's a rounding piece in DevNet that goes 0.222217. In DevNet across the state, that decision was made decades ago that figure is rounded up. If you did that in school, your teacher would say, "Oh, that's wrong," because 2.17, the 17 would round up or round down to the 1. But in DevNet, that decision was made a long time ago, and it's just because it's an allowance for some wiggle room when we're doing these extensions. But the bottom line is, these districts, you don't know what that district gets until like a year or two later, after it goes through the treasurer's office and they cut the checks to them. So We don't do anything in our office with tax levies except calculate them through a software package.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yes, it is. So the other thing that I want to do is our property fraud alert. That's continuing to grow. That was 8% when I took it over. It's 41% right now of homeowners are in that program. We're going to work on our website to make it clear. It's to me, it's really hard to navigate, and I think other people would agree with that.
I completely agree.
And
that's the first time I can actually issue my opinion, I feel.
But another thing, I want to put metrics out there. So I want to have charts like this out there.
Yeah, it's great.
So people can see, and they can see the data, like how many registrations did we do that month? How many did we get rid of? How many deceased do we have? Put that out there where people can see every month how things are moving. We'll put processing times. I'm going to put some election judge recruitment things out there. Some new training tools for our election judges. And I just want to encourage civic engagement with our office because people, once you know and you understand, if there are issues, maybe those are the things you can take to your legislators. We're just the worker bees. Mm-hmm. We are not the legislators.
Well, and that's honestly a good point, too. If in civic engagement has to be there for any progress to be made, you have to have those thoughts. And whenever you look back, the last couple of years, what are you most proud of? Let me ask you that before we go to the closer here.
I am probably, I'm really the most proud of just everything that we've brought new in. Equipment, software, all that's over 20 years old. Mm-hmm. I actually did not know that I'd be stepping into like a perfect storm. But I feel like now that I was the right person for the right job.
Well, and Linda, before I let you go, voting takes place, tomorrow. We had early voting so far, and, it is primary election, so I really hope people vote because I know that's when numbers do get a little bit lower. If someone has a question about their polling place or anything like that, what's the best way to get that information?
You can find it. You can find it on the website. If you go to voter services and you type your name and your address, and it'll pull up all your information. You should have got your voter registration card. If you don't know where it is and can't find it in your wallet, or maybe your eyes aren't good and you can't read the little small print, you can go out to the website, and you can also call our office, and we'll be happy to help you.
Linda, thank you so much for your time. We'll take a quick break. We're going to have this write-up for you ahead of the primary, and we'll keep you covered every step of the way through the 17th tomorrow, and stay updated on the Madison County website, too. We'll take a quick break. Our conversation with Ameren on how they prepare for these storms that came in. I mean, we had every season of the year yesterday, and we're going to find out how they managed it next. Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Firearms training shouldn't feel intimidating. At Precision Point Armory in Bethalto, we focus on safety, confidence, and real-world skills. Whether you're new or renewing your concealed carry, you'll get professional instruction without pressure. Learn safe handling, sound decision-making, and proper techniques tailored to your experience level. If you're looking for premium firearms training in the heart of Bethalto, Illinois, call 618-779-9947 or go to precisionpointarmory.net and train with confidence today.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
What's up, it's my Keith. What's up, bro? What's good, my guy? Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Tom Wells, an assistant chief of the Godfrey Fire District. He has been a firefighter and an EMT for over 20 years. Tom is currently an instructor in the Lewis and Clark paramedicine program and has 2 degrees from LC, fire science and nursing.
I'm Tom Wills, and I'm a trailblazer.
Oh no, another bad headache? Yeah. Maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
Welcome back, Daily Show. Thanks for being flexible, bro. Look at that. I was trying to talk, but I was getting all tangled up over here. Back with Brian Bretsch in Ameren, Illinois. We were talking storm preparedness a tiny bit before we went back and talked to County Clerk Linda Andreas, head of the primary. We're back in with Ameren because really we haven't gotten into the nuts and bolts of this yet, and that's how you guys really manage these storms. And whenever you're talking with, local stakeholders, if it's a mayor, if it's a city council, or if it's a county chairman, you name it, does the messaging ever kind of shift because of who you're talking to, or is it all kind of revolving around the Ameren Illinois game plan on here's how we tackle this?
The messaging never changes, but a great question. So I wish Paula was here. Paula Nixon, my counterpart. So if you're just joining, she pulled an all-nighter because of the storm, and her role is to talk to the stakeholders, the mayors, the fire departments. So the message is really, hey, here's what we're doing. Here is what we think the issues are in your different community. We're going to let you know how quickly we're going to get up critical infrastructure like hospitals in the area, police and fire, water treatment systems, and so it's important for us to continually communicate with those stakeholders so they know what's going on.
Well, and we know that Mother Nature here is just all over the place right now, and it's going to be for the next couple of months. Do you have a rubric when it comes to, and I'm sure now that I see it probably can't because it's Mother Nature, but if a storm is, what defines severity, if that makes sense? Or do you guys have just a procedure, or is it all just dependent on the uniqueness or the characteristics of that specific system?
So I will start by saying, great question. All storms are different. So what we try to do as Ameren on both sides of the river is when we don't have inclement weather, we actually do drills quite often. Wow. And so we will prepare for different scenarios. Maybe this year we may prepare for an ice storm. This past year we may have prepared for aftermaths of tornadoes. So we're always taking different scenarios and walking through different drills, trying to figure out how we can communicate better with stakeholders, how we can communicate better with the people who are in the field doing the work, and most importantly, how do we communicate and keep companies and contractors who are coming in when we call in mutual assistance, how can we make that transition as easy as possible for them if they're coming in from Michigan or Ohio? We want them to be up to our safety protocols. We don't want anybody to kind of go rogue and do something. So it is very robust. And the only thing that would be different between summer storms and winter storms is ice. When we know that is coming, a lot of times we will pre-stage equipment, sometimes even crews will see where the line of storms is going. And let's say we may be staging crews in Springfield, Illinois, because we know that Peoria and Decatur may be hit. Or if it's here locally in the Riverbend area and it doesn't look like it's going to impact up north, and we may move crews from Galesburg, Peoria down to Springfield, stage them there. So when the aftermath is completed, it's much easier for trucks and line workers and safety personnel to move to the area.
Very important. And honestly, it's one of those things where it's good to get those insights really ahead of this. Before we go any further too, how important is it for the chain of command to be there and to really make sure that all entities are aware of it? Because I'm not saying this has ever happened, but I can see with that many bodies, whether it's a municipal body, a county body, and then you have statewide initiatives back down to just local contractors. How important is it to make sure that here's the response, here's how everyone kind of falls in line? Is it one of those things that's just kind of tried and true for everybody over the course of years, or does it take some adapting still along the way?
Well, I think where you're going with this question is how do we, communicate?
Yeah, how are you?
So we have an incident command center. So when that opens up, we have a leader, and you met him last June, Jason Klein. He will lead that right for Ameren, Illinois. And then we all have roles that we have to play. So there's a lot of logistics involved in it. And when I mentioned earlier about that drill, all the people that have their different roles within the storm are participating in this. So we have people who are dedicated to getting us hotel rooms. We have people who are dedicated to getting food. We have people who are dedicated. Their sole job is to onboard those contractors who may be coming in for mutual assistance. Mm-hmm. We've got our people who may work in different parts of the company, say like a gas coworker who now becomes what we call a wire watcher. And if you have a live line that's down in a neighborhood, we will take 2 or 3 people in trucks, if they can be Ameren trucks, or if they're not, they'll stage vehicles. They'll have on all of the proper equipment, PPE on, and we'll just sit there. And it may not look like we're not doing anything to restore power. We're there because the line is energized and we can't get a crew there yet to de-energize the line, but what we're doing is making that area safe so nobody walks into harm's way.
Well, and it seems like really ICC really is, by all means, that hub for everything. It all comes through that incident command center, correct?
Correct, right. Yep.
Wow. So now, is that where all the coordinating and all the final decisions would be made too?
Correct, right.
Wow. And now, how do you determine, I guess this... I want to ask this in a way where it's not, where CJ, of course, when you determine power restoration efforts, because to me, critical infrastructures, of course, the most significant, like hospitals and schools
Correct.
Or public buildings, does it go by population, or does it just go by when you can get these things taken care of?
That is, we get asked this all the time. How do you determine? So thank you for asking. So what we try to do is we start with, like you said, so if it's a major outage, and let's just go back to what happened last May with the tornado. Yeah. That's probably the best scenario. So, if we have transmission lines that have been damaged, we start with those because that can bring the most customers back on. Then we'll look at neighborhoods and say, okay, there's 5,000 people versus 1,600 people. If we can easily make a couple of fixes, and when I say easy, I'm overstating that because I'm not a line worker. I mean, no restoration effort is ever easy. But if we can bring up 5,000 people with maybe rerouting power from another area, we will do that. But if we're looking at that group of 5,000 in this neighborhood, and there's a pocket of 1,600 people over here, and we can bring these 1,600 people back on, and it's easier to make this fix versus the 5,000, we will go to that other neighborhood. So it's never by size in terms of neighborhoods, or this is a more, higher priced homes here versus, moderate income homes there. We
the
never,
Joneses live there, so we turn them on. Type
exactly.
Of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's never like that. We have had situations as far as 10, 12 years ago where a mayor of a community comes out and says, "You don't realize my power's out," and we have to go to the mayor and say, "We don't play favorites. You're here. We understand that you're out, but there is a hospital over here, or there's a public works building that's over here. We have to restore this community first before we can get to you, Mayor or Madam Mayor." So that's just the way we operate. So again, critical first, the most first, and then when we get into maybe like day 2 or day 3, we call them the onesie twosies, where it may be just you and a couple of neighbors that are out. We are getting to you, but again, we always got to keep in mind we're trying to bring on as many people as possible.
Well, you gotta get up the rung,
Right.
and really tackle what you can.
Right.
And makes sense. Hey, we're coming on top of the hour. We're gonna take a quick break, come back with Brian some more, and go even further into really how to handle this. And some things that we talked about and touched on earlier in the 9 o'clock hour was the down power line. Let's come back and touch on that, and then some tree trimming and some things that we can do to help
Correct.
ourselves during the spring season. We're rolling on 10 o'clock here. You're watching our daily show on RiverBender.com, Roku TV, Apple Podcasts, and all the other streaming apps out there. Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Firearms training shouldn't feel intimidating. At Precision Point Armory in Bethalto, we focus on safety, confidence, and real-world skills. Whether you're new or renewing your concealed carry, you'll get professional instruction without pressure. Learn safe handling, sound decision-making, and proper techniques tailored to your experience level. If you're looking for premium firearms training in the heart of Bethalto, Illinois, call 618-779-9947 or go to precisionpointarmory.net and train with confidence today.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
What's up, it's Mike Keith. What's up, bro? Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Tom Wells, an assistant chief of the Godfrey Fire District. He has been a firefighter and an EMT for over 20 years. Tom is currently an instructor in the Lewis and Clark Paramedicine program and has 2 degrees from LC, fire science and nursing.
I'm Tom Wills, and I'm a trailblazer.
Oh no, another bad headache? Yeah. Maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
Welcome back. Daily Show, 10:02 in with Brian. Going back into our conversation on storm preparedness. Wanted to go right into the down power line again, Brian, because we spoke about this and it really had a tie-in here, unfortunately, here. And it's always good information to know in case you stumble across it. And, what is the best way to really combat all of this with power lines? Because I know people have even, sometimes they got the trees that are kind of intermixed in between of them, and it's hard to tell if they're even sagging sometimes because you don't look into the thick of it. What's the best way to kind of be mindful?
So the best thing is always, I know people want to go out and observe the damage in their yard. I'm guilty of this. I'll use an example outside of the one that I used at the top of the other hour at 9. But he's going to get mad at me because I'm not going to say his name, but he knows who he is. My brother-in-law. We were celebrating a birthday or a holiday toward the end of 2025, and the wind blew through and the lights went out at his house. And so he says, "Come on, I want to take you outside, Brian, and show you where the lines run through the back of my property." And so I turned the corner and I heard the arcing and I could see the sparking coming, from just literally down the line, no pun intended. And he starts walking closer, and I grabbed my nephew and I told my nephew, I said, "Can you please ask your dad to stop what he's doing?" I said, I asked him to stop, and he's so excited about showing me where the power lines run through his yard. I said, he's walking himself into harm's way.
Yeah.
I said, "Can you please stop him?" And so he said, "Dad, you need to come back in. Remember where Brian works, and he's giving you, a warning. Please don't walk because you just simply are gawking and wanting to see." So what happens is, when lines go down, we do have lots of smart equipment on the system in both Illinois and Missouri that sometimes it will react and it'll automatically shut power off and reroute it to other areas. That's what we have the technology on the lines for, but we have over 50,000 miles of wire up in the air across Illinois, so we're slowly getting more and more of that technology. But when lines come down, you never know whether or not they're live or if they're, de-energized or without power. And the closer you walk upon those wires, if they are live, you are actually walking into the energized zone and can be shocked. And the further you get into that energized zone...
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so what happens is, I'll reverse it. I'll try to give you an example because I have a water bottle here. So if you have a puddle or a bowl, and I threw the water into the bowl, and we took a piece of rice or rock or whatever, when you throw that rock right into the middle, it's going to ripple out. Well, if you look at that as a power line hitting the ground, where the line hits is where that rock goes into the water, and as it ripples out, that's the shock wave, so to speak, of the electricity finding its path to ground. It eventually dissipates the further out it gets. The same thing when you throw the rock into the water. So when there is an energized line on the ground, as you walk, you're actually walking reverse into that ripple, walking towards where the greatest amount of energy is, and you can get shocked. So that's going back to my brother-in-law and my nephew, telling him to tell your dad it's okay to be nosy, but I just pointed to the direction where I saw the arcing. I know the noise. It may still be up in the air. It may be on the ground, but all along there, if there's no smart technology to turn that off, then it's going to be live until a professional line worker can come and turn that power off.
Well, and now, as we go forward into this too, with the trees and everything, let's go into tree trimming, because I know we, at home, need to probably do some of that in our own backyards too. But Ameren, it seems like you guys are always doing preventative maintenance when it comes to trimming lines and all that.
Yeah, we have a very robust tree trimming program. We come every 4 to 5 years in every neighborhood throughout our 43,700 square mile territory. So we're always trimming trees, but we also are professional arborists, so we have people on staff. So we don't just go to cut trees just to cut trees. I know sometimes people get mad. They say we butcher the trees, but we are trimming the lines that are encroaching.
You have to.
The limbs that are encroaching on the lines. Yes, we have to. In order to keep the system as reliable as possible. And you as a homeowner, you can, if you see lines that look like they're, encroaching on your power line, you can give us a call. Sometimes if it looks like it could be an issue, we will take care of it right away. If not, most of the time we will tell you, hey, we are going to, your line is going to be on our cycle and we'll be trimming it next year. You can also give us a call if you have a professional tree service coming to take down a tree, and we will come, and it's called your service drop that goes from the pole to your weatherhead at your house. We will drop that line temporarily so tree trimming crews can come in and do that, or we will come in and put the safety blankets on there so we can keep the tree trimming crews, safe working in an energized zone.
That's really good to know. And now let's talk real quick. I know we have a couple of minutes here left. Investments to the grid, to storm harden. I know that we've talked about that a little bit, but you've done the hardening power poles and some other aspects of it. Fill us in.
So what's really interesting about, I'll start with the composite poles. There's actually a company in Granite City that we use.
Wow.
And so the poles are made at another one of their sister facilities. They come to Granite City, and then they are drilled the hole so we can put the cross arms on it and the other smart equipment that we put on these poles. So we're happy to be working with an Illinois-based business to do those. And what they are designed to do is we put those on a system every fifth pole, and they stop what's called the cascading effect. So many years ago, working a storm in the Glen Carbon area, we had probably 10 to a dozen of our bigger poles that were knocked down by straight line winds. Well, now when that happens, we strategically go back, we replace those poles, but now we put in a composite pole, and the composite poles are able to withstand higher winds, and they're designed to, I don't know if everybody can see this, my hand waving, but they actually at the top move a little bit. They sway to go with the wind, and we have instances where, those are in place. A couple of the wooden poles, another storm comes through 2 years later, and the only thing that's standing is the composite poles. So for us, it just makes the restoration efforts easier. The question that we get asked is, why don't we use more of those? And they are rather expensive, but they do the job. And I can't say that we'll all, one day all wooden poles will be replaced by fiberglass, because we have, I think, 1.4 million power poles on our system. So I don't think that'll ever happen, but where it makes the most sense, we are doing that to storm harden the system.
Well, Brian, before I let you go, anything else to talk about?
I just always tell folks, we talked about the safety of, staying away from down power lines. We're getting into, I know you've talked to Jake Duckett before about, it's just coming up on the spring. So make sure you call 811 before you dig. That's if you're going to drive a stake into the ground, do any concrete work with a stake, plant a tree, put up a goalpost. Just always call us. And if you ever have any issues with your power, please give us a call at 1-800-755-5000, and we'll get somebody out to assess the issue for you.
Brian, it's always great talking with you.
I always appreciate your time, CJ.
10-12. How about that for a little bit of a hybrid interview? We'll come back and chat it up some more and then talk to Team RiverRunner after this. Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Firearms training shouldn't feel intimidating. At Precision Point Armory in Bethalto, we focus on safety, confidence, and real-world skills. Whether you're new or renewing your concealed carry, you'll get professional instruction without pressure. Learn safe handling, sound decision-making, and proper techniques tailored to your experience level. If you're looking for premium firearms training in the heart of Bethalto, Illinois, call 618-779-9947 or go to precisionpointarmory.net and train with confidence today.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
I set the
Welcome back. Hey. I was in here yesterday. Welcome back. Now I can hear myself better. And with SSP, Emily Jackson, Raise a Glove, you were just filling me in on this. And what a really cool and great way to raise awareness and bring people together on April the 10th at SSP. Fill me in on this.
Yeah, so this is an event that caps off a year of our Rock Steady Boxing participants working hard 2 days a week at our wellness center to exercise and to really delay the onset and the symptom progression for their Parkinson's disease.
Wow. And now fill me in on the league a little bit.
Yeah, so they come in twice a week. We have 3 different classes depending on the level of their progression of Parkinson's disease. They are fit with a class that meets their needs. And we have 2 trainers, 2 coaches who are certified to teach this through the affiliate program and really create not just a class, but a family, a support system. They offer a caregiver support group. They offer a support group for those who have Parkinson's disease and create a whole support system for everybody in those classes.
Well, and you were telling me, just to have, really that resource for individuals in the community that, there's a lot of people that are suffering from that. So to have an outlet and to have something that really is beneficial and really serving a great purpose, it seems like, too. From what I've heard, a lot of good feedback from the group, and now to kind of have this event, that's really going to be a great day for everybody to come together and celebrate a bit.
Absolutely. There will be lots of great resources there. We're going to start the event with a health fair, essentially, from 4 to 5 p.m., so it'll be smaller. It is full of tables that are a combination of healthcare professionals like physical therapists, speech therapists, also have some other resources. So in-home services, registered dietitians, anything that's looking at the full picture of someone who is navigating a Parkinson's disease diagnosis, we want to offer support for those people.
Well, and I really think it's important because I think, so many times, no matter, it seems like what battle a family is going through or an individual is, the caregiver, so many times feels isolated. And so to have resources available and really a place for caregivers too to come together and kind of maybe learn from each other in a way, or at least just have some shared connection in a way that, it's not really felt, in public for them. That's
Absolutely.
great.
Absolutely.
So the program does begin at 5 p.m., and this is where you're going to have a featured guest speaker from OSF Healthcare. Fill me in on that.
Yeah, so we'll have someone coming in talking about speech therapy and Parkinson's disease, kind of a keynote, a shorter keynote presentation, and probably some motivation too. Navigating a disease like this is challenging, and it takes courage to get up every day and to fight back against that. So we'll have someone really great speaking, and then we do this really amazing recognition event for all of the boxers in the program to celebrate their courage and
That's really cool.
their effort they get every day, and for their caregivers to walk alongside them to get recognized themselves, and the support that they're offering for everybody who's battling this together.
Well, and I think that's just such a really great thing for, family members too, and for that support system to be a part of and kind of celebrate, because it's a big, a big accomplishment and a big physical attribute too, to keep going through the disease. And have you seen a lot of participation in the league?
Yes, yeah, we have about 30, shy of 30 participants monthly who are attending the classes and attending the support groups.
Fantastic. This is the flyer for the event on the screen. Raise a Glove. This is Friday, April the 10th, 4 to 6 p.m. at the Schoolhouse Grill at Senior Service Center, or Senior Services Plus. Sorry, Emily. But you know what I love about this is the fact, too, where if you're at the event, and I don't know who hasn't been inside yet that needs to be, but you get a chance to really see how great your guys' facilities are. I mean, you really have a great connecting spot for so many older adults out there, and really anybody that, you know, wants to stay, you know, whether it's fit or just have social interaction even, or just a great place to eat in the morning. You know, I think it's really important to kind of highlight that as well, on top of, you know, really cool programs just like the one that Raise a Glove celebrates.
Thank you. Yeah. And, you know, it's going to be in our Schoolhouse Grill. In the past, it's been in our wellness center where the classes take place, but it's continuing to grow, and we're continuing to realize the potential for this type of event and the recognition that we really want to make sure our boxers receive. So we've moved it to the Grill, which is our restaurant inside the main building.
Fantastic. And now, how long has this partnership been in the making with Rocksteady Boxing? And, you know, has this been a few years?
Yeah, it's, I would say, probably at least 10 years or so.
Wow.
Around there, we've been an affiliate. Our coaches, we have two coaches, Steph and Mac. They go out, they get training, they do renewal training. So they're constantly receiving resources for different class ideas, exercise ideas, new information about Parkinson's disease and the symptoms.
Fantastic. Well, I think it's great for the public to note that, just in case, you know, they're needing more information on the league and how to get involved. It's great to have somebody that's more than equipped to teach the classes too.
Absolutely.
So, are you still looking for vendors for your health fair?
We are actually full.
Well, good.
You know, that's one of the easier parts. Lots of people want to come in and provide resources. So we are full for the vendor event. But nonetheless, it's a great opportunity. You know, even our name is Senior Services Plus, but that does not mean we exclusively serve older adults. So even if it's younger people who are receiving this diagnosis, we encourage you to attend and see what's available and see what resources are out there.
Well, and what a great point too, that, you know, don't, you know, just because the name might say something, you know, still go and get the information that you need. And there's a lot of great organizations and really great resources out there for, you know, a variety of things, Parkinson included, that you can really utilize to its fullest potential. There's so much, and this show has really helped me that, just from OSF healthcare standpoints and really various, you know, groups to, like, you know, even an Absolute Healthcare even. 9:27. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back, talk to Emily some more, talk more about SSP, and really just the great things going on. You are invited. Raise a Glove, Friday, April the 10th, 4 to 6 p.m. From 4 to 5, that health fair hour, and then 5 p.m. the program begins. Light refreshments will be available, and we'll talk more about it right after this.
What's up, it's my Keith. What's up, bro? Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Tom Wells, an assistant chief of the Godfrey Fire District. He has been a firefighter and an EMT for over 20 years. Tom is currently an instructor in the Lewis and Clark paramedicine program and has 2 degrees from LC, fire science and nursing.
I'm Tom Wills, and I'm a trailblazer.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
At Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu, we help students of all ages build confidence, discipline, and real-world strength. Join a supportive community that challenges you to grow both on and off the mat. Experience the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with a 7-day free trial at our new location. Call 618-795-2692 or visit altonelite.com to start your journey today. Train hard, serve others, live elite at Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Firearms training shouldn't feel intimidating. At Precision Point Armory in Bethalto, we focus on safety, confidence, and real-world skills. Whether you're new or renewing your concealed carry, you'll get professional instruction without pressure. Learn safe handling, sound decision-making, and proper techniques tailored to your experience level. If you're looking for premium firearms training in the heart of Bethalto, Illinois, call 618-779-9947 or go to precisionpointarmory.net and train with confidence today.
Welcome back, 9:30 on the nose. Tuesday. It just doesn't feel like Tuesday to me either. I don't know if it's the weather or daylight savings time, but I don't know. I kind of hit the bingo card this week. You're invited, though. We keep telling you, raise a glove. And I think it's just such a great opportunity for so many people, Emily, in all seriousness, to really just gain more information on, you know, ways that people are really combating and battling through some of the toughest, you know, diseases out there. And Parkinson's, I've known so many people that go through that, and it's great that there's outlets like this, and it's great that there's connections like this in town where you can have over 30 participants in this. And have you had a chance just to kind of observe the group at all, or just kind of see their progression?
Yeah, you know, they do, part of the program is an assessment before they start the class, and then they do one, I think, about the 6-month mark. So about twice a year, there's an assessment done. And that way, too, we make sure the boxers, or the staff make sure the boxers are in the right class for their symptoms. And they're addressing their symptoms appropriately and giving them the right tools and supports.
Well, you have to have a good staff for that, too.
Yeah.
And, you know, it really, I think, goes back to the whole environment that's created with SSP, because every time I walk in, you really see it all in motion and everyone's on the same page, and really just trying to provide the best experience for the individuals there, plus the Meals on Wheels programs and all the other, you know, community-wide initiatives that SSP is a part of too.
Yeah, I would say that's a theme, and I think you're exactly right, and that's something that Teresa, our CEO, has really embedded in our culture, is that we are working all together, all of these programs, 14 programs and services together to serve older adults and others in our communities.
Fantastic. And now, how do we RSVP for Raise a Glove?
Yeah, so you can call in 618-465-3298, extension 120. You're going to be asking for Steph. They're taking the reservations. You could also email Steph, but I would recommend giving them a call. That was probably the simplest option.
Fantastic. We'll link all that in a write-up on RiverBender.com, so you guys can get that and just email and go, or just click on the phone number from your phone and go right there to it. Now, you have a couple of bigger things coming up, too. You were telling me about the storm preparedness event that's coming up?
Yes, we have a presentation, Weathering the Storm, an emergency preparedness presentation on March 27th, sponsored by Ameren Illinois. We're partnering with Ameren and Madison County Emergency Management Association, and they will be giving presentations on how to prepare for emergencies, weather emergencies, just like the bad weather we're supposed to get tonight. It is a free event. We are asking for RSVPs. You will receive a go bag, and lunch is included.
Wow. Well, I think it's really good, too, to learn more resources now, and maybe more modern ones than what we're used to, on how to stay up to date from storms, or if, you know, the TV goes out and you can't see the weather alerts. Download the RiverBender.com app, just for me to throw a plug in there, and really just to have some type of weather alert system to keep you up to date with. And it's great that you guys are able to put that on. Absolutely. That's going to be full, I think. Yeah. We have I think we have 100 seats open, and we're about half full. So anybody who wants to join us, please register. How do we find out more about your events online?
Yeah, so on our website, should be in
right
events
here,
and
what we offer.
activities.
Yep.
There we go.
If I just used my eyes, I wouldn't have had to worry about But right here, you can see it by going online and clicking on it here. Let's just go on the scene here real quick so I can take you through it. Right here, correct?
Yep.
There you go. And
scroll down one more. Weathering the storm.
Weathering
right
the storm. There you go. And just 618-465-3298, extension 100.
Correct.
There you go. And about half the spots remain available. I think that's going to be full in the next couple of weeks. That's a good one. Well, and I think it's great that you're able to partner up with Ameren and the likes of like AARP even at times and Madison County to provide some really important conversations like the ones you do on scams and, elder abuse and really spotlighting those really important topics too that everyone needs to know a little bit more about.
Absolutely.
Your gala, it's got to be coming up soon.
Yes, we just opened ticket sales on March 2nd. So that's available on our website. I think we have a gala tab.
You do? Oh, look at that.
Perfect. Yeah. So ticket links are live. This is our 4th year doing the gala, and every year we get better and better at it. And we raise more and more money for older adults in our community. And that's the goal, really. This is a fundraising dinner. This is to help support programs that are serving people at no cost, like Meals on Wheels, like congregate dining and transportation. All programs that are experiencing major increases in usage and need.
Absolutely. And we're showing you on the screen how you guys can sponsor if you'd like to do so online. And you can, we'll link everything as well in a write-up. But you can sponsor as well. You can buy tickets and just really be a part of this. The time we went, or I was invited, it was just beautiful. You guys did a great job.
Thank you.
Really what I like about it is the silent auction items are great, but also just to hear the stories and the impact it's made on the donations. And you don't realize how important Meals on Wheels is, because that's one of those things you read so much about because of just press releases over the years, and heck, even when I was a kid I knew what that was. But whenever you really see the impact and you hear the voices talking about here's what this has done for me, wow, it's kind of a game changer for what SSP really does for the community.
Yeah, and that's one of the toughest things is bringing those voices to the public because it seems so invisible, right? We're serving over 1,100 people every week right now, our highest numbers ever for Meals on Wheels. And it's just going to continue to grow. So bringing those stories and those voices forward so everybody can get a picture of the people that we're serving and the amazing older adults who are getting to stay in their homes longer because of services like this.
Absolutely. And you can get tickets as well by going to the same website and get tickets now. You can also give now as well. Tickets, $75 individual tickets. And then are there table tickets?
Yes, I believe there are 600 for a table.
That's not bad at all, actually. And who's catering?
Nikki G's.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
I like it. With that being said, back to Raise a Glove. What would you like the public to know most about the event, and also just about the league in general and the contributions being made there?
I think the most important thing is that this is truly an opportunity for more resources and to just get a picture of the impact of this program that our wellness center puts together and is executing every week, and the great things that are coming out of it. And if you or a loved one are someone who is diagnosed with Parkinson's, that there is a community of support out there, and they are very welcoming, and they're there to offer any support you're willing to take. Absolutely.
Anything else to talk about right now?
Those are the big ones. We do have a banking fraud presentation that'll be coming up in the end of April. So we'll have more information out on that later.
Perfect. That's a good one to talk about, especially now with all the new ways of crypto and everything else.
Yes.
We'll take a quick break, but we will link everything in a write-up on RiverBender.com. You guys stay there, and I'll be back in the studio to wrap up the 9 o'clock. Right?
Firearms training shouldn't feel intimidating. At Precision Point Armory in Bethalto, we focus on safety, confidence, and real-world skills. Whether you're new or renewing your concealed carry, you'll get professional instruction without pressure. Learn safe handling, sound decision-making, and proper techniques tailored to your experience level. If you're looking for premium firearms training in the heart of Bethalto, Illinois, call 618-779-9947 or go to precisionpointarmory.net and train with confidence today.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
What's up? It's my Keith. What's up, bro? What's good, my guy? Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Tom Wells, an assistant chief of the Godfrey Fire District. He has been a firefighter and an EMT for over 20 years. Tom is currently an instructor in the Lewis and Clark paramedicine program and has 2 degrees from LC, fire science and nursing.
I'm Tom Wills, and I'm a trailblazer.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Daily Show. Hey, before we dive into this great conversation with H.D. Key about the 2026 Veterans Pierre Marquette Memorial Day Weekend Camp, you know, OSF Healthcare, St. Anthony's Health Center, is a sponsor of our show, but let me tie in something. The last couple of days, we've been really going through the ringer with, you know, family health matters, and my grandma had cellulitis and was kind of being told by another provider that, oh, that's not it, and she finally used her instincts and said, we need to go to the emergency room, and she chose OSF herself. And this care that she received there from the staff has been just really wonderful so far, and really just a big testament, I think, to the work being done over there at OSF St. Anthony's Health Center. And really just want to give them a big plug. If you guys need some options for primary care, for prompt care, go to Godfrey Road, or if you're in a dire need of an emergency or just need to know that information ahead of time, they took care of us and really treated us well. OSF St. Anthony's Health Center.org. On the line now, H.D. Key, the 2026 Veterans Pierre Marquette Memorial Day Weekend Camp. How are we doing this Monday?
Good. How are you doing?
Oh, we're hanging in there. You know, H.D., it's great to have you on the show, and sorry for the scheduling disconnect there, and really excited just to learn more about this great weekend of fun.
Excellent. Well, I could start out with just the basics.
Let's do it. When are we going to have it? What time and where?
It is going to be the 22nd through the 25th of May. And sorry, I don't know if that was echoing on your side.
Oh, no.
And then at Pierre Marquette at their group campground on Duncan Hill, we'll have some signs up making it clear of where to go. And it's all veterans who want to come and their companions they want to bring after getting vetted. And we're going to have paddling, hiking, trying to get some other events. That's what's for sure right now, though.
This is really just a great opportunity. And I got to ask, how long have these been yearly events? Has this been something that's long-standing?
This is not. I'm organizing this one the first time this year, but it would be excellent if we can make it an annual event. And we have had other events that are annual.
Take me through your involvement with events like this and how you got started.
Okay. Well, I am an OIF Army veteran, and I just came back to Missouri kind of around COVID and went back to school and did some volunteering and ran into Team RiverRunner, which is a veterans nonprofit. We have a chapter there in St. Louis, as well as down in Southern Illinois, Southeastern Missouri, Columbia, Missouri. They're the ones I've worked with so far. And they just kind of pulled me into it. And I've met other people through the kayaking community, such as some of the people with Mississippi River Water Trail Association. And so we're working together to put on this event along with Team Red, White, and Blue, which is another veterans nonprofit organization, and Sierra Club Military Outdoors, which we're trying to get started in St. Louis.
And it's just incredible. And I know that this is going to be an opportunity that I think connects with so many area veterans. Number one, thank you for your service too. And going in to this weekend, I have the event website pulled up now. We had it from your flyer provided so the audience can see this with us. When it comes to lodging and the campground side of things, do we need to bring our own tents and all that good equipment?
If you have it, definitely bring your own. But if you do not, we have some that you can borrow. And for people who are not interested in, tent camping, there is the lodge there, and they have cabins as well to rent, but they need to organize that through Pere Marquette State Park or Pere Marquette Lodge.
Fantastic. And now going into the details of this, it's free for veterans. There will be a refundable registration fee of $50, correct?
That is correct, yes.
And then there oh, sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. I just wanted to say their companions who they bring who are not veterans, that's just a $50 fee, period. Not refundable.
And it seems like really for that admission, we're getting a lot out of the weekend, and really great to see these collaborations. Mississippi River Water Trail Association is one of my favorites. Craig's been on the show a time or two, and just to see like-minded groups coming together to really provide such a cool day.
Yeah. Craig Cadet actually told me that, and he's helped us out so much. He's excellent. Their organization, which actually I'm part of that too, is excellent. And yeah, trying to do good things. And I've gotten to know a lot of the veterans organizations around too, and most of us seem like we just want to help each other out to get more veterans out.
And going through that too, is there a way for, if an area veteran maybe can't make it to the Memorial Day weekend events, but wants to get more involved and get back out into the community, what do you advise?
Oh, well, definitely just get online and look up Team RiverRunner's calendar of events is on the, oh my goodness, I'm blanking on the name. Give me 1 second. Okay, well, Team Red, White, and Blue's calendar is on their site. You just look up teamredwhiteandblue.org. And Sierra Club, like I said, trying to get theirs going, and that's let's see. They can just Google Sierra Club Eastern Missouri Group, and then they're welcome to all the events on there. WhitewaterAssociation.org is where Team RiverRunner's calendar is.
Fantastic. And we're on that site now showing that, and it's an ICS calendar that we can even download to our phones too.
Excellent. Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you, because I am nosy, what are the raffle prizes going to be?
So I have a volunteer working on that right now, actually, and I'm not up to date, so I don't want to say because I don't want to misrepresent, but we're hoping to have some good stuff.
Really, really cool. And if you're just tuning in, you can join in if you're an area veteran for free, and for the non-veteran companions, including children over 10 for $50 per person, the weekend of Memorial Day at Pere Marquette State Park. This is going to be great. A weekend of camaraderie and challenge like camping, hiking, kayaking, and more. And also, it says here, and I wanted to touch on this, limited horseback riding. Is that still on?
That is a maybe, because I've not been able to get in contact with my contact But I'm actually out in California right now, and as soon as I get back to Missouri, I'm going to make a trip over there and see if I can track them down and make sure that happens.
Perfect. And if not, we'll just stay up to date with it. And really, what I think is great is just the atmosphere that this will bring in. And you've said earlier on, if I remember correctly, that you've had there have been opportunities, maybe not you personally, but there's been opportunities with the camping in these weekends before. What have you seen kind of develop? What's the atmosphere like for the individuals that attend events like this?
Yeah, there was an event a lot like this on the Mississippi last year, and it's amazing. I know I've been to other events too where people show up, and of course, in the veterans community, we have a lot of individuals that are bringing a lot of baggage with them, and sometimes they show up and it just feels like they're, wanting to crawl into a corner, and by the end of the weekend, they're out and talking with people and enjoying themselves. And I was at one event, we had a clinic down in Southern Illinois, and someone had said at the end of the event that it was the first time they'd been able to relax since they got back to the States. So it's amazing. I love it.
Fantastic. And I know that so many others are going to connect with us too, and I'm so glad you came on the show to talk to us about this. We have some time to book dates, and here's how you do it. I'm going to go to the MissouriWhitewater.org website. We've been on that site a couple of times during this conversation, but you'll see on the event calendar, and you'll see the information for Veterans Camp at Pierre Marquette. You can scroll down to where it says link for more info and to register. That will take you right there. I also see that there's an opportunity for volunteers.
There's always an opportunity for volunteers.
How can we help?
As far as the event goes, we're going to be looking for people to help with the food, the just organizing people. We're going to have people going out to kayak on the river and on the lakes at the same time. It's going to be a little hectic, so people just directing other people would be great. And then there's also, beyond the event, we've always got need for volunteers with all the organizations, all the events we have. So if someone's interested to come and help volunteer with admin, marketing, any of that, they're appreciated. We are consistently looking for extra support boaters for events if they have that knowledge. There's just about anything they want to do. If they're interested to volunteer and help out, we can point them in the right direction and make use of their whatever knowledge base they're bringing with them.
Fantastic. And we'll link ways that you guys can connect and how to volunteer and support on a write-up on RiverBender.com. I wanted to ask, we have the current draft schedule online. Should we wait as we get closer to unpack that one a little bit more, HD?
Yes. So as soon as you register for the event, we'll be sending out an email as it comes closer with more exact details, and then any questions we can respond to there.
Is there any FAQs that we need to get out? Any rules or any type of guidelines or policy we need to keep in mind? You've got to sign the waivers to get registered, and then follow the rules put on the waivers. And, this is people interested in just helping, like I said, helping our fellow veterans get out there. So just respect each other. I've not been at an event where we've had a problem yet, but I have heard of them. So, be decent human beings. As long as I've seen people do that, it seems to go well. Fantastic. And that takes us back here to the top of the conversation, and that's why HD's on the line. The Veterans Camp at Pierre Marquette is going to be a really great event. This is powered by Team River Runner, the Mississippi River Water Trail Association, the Alpine Shop. Am I getting all these right here, HD?
Yeah, all of them have had a hand in. Let's see, Mississippi River Trail Water Association, the Alpine Shop, the Sierra Club is Military Outdoors, Team Red, White, and Blue, Team River Runner, and there's probably others who have helped that I'm missing. But,
well, yeah. I love to hear and I wanted to make sure we gave everyone the proper praise. It's just great to see all of this come together for Memorial Day weekend, May the 22nd to May the 25th. It's for veterans, their friends and family, age 10 or plus, and civilian volunteers. You can camp, hike, paddle, and probably a heck of a lot more. This is going to be a great weekend of camaraderie. $50 refundable registration fee for veterans, so it'll be free for you after that refundable. And then it's non-refundable, $50 per person for any non-veteran companion, including children over the age of 10. But you got a lot of opportunities to paddle and get out there in nature and just have a great weekend. HD, what else am I missing here?
Well, I think you covered it. You're really good at this. But if you got a minute, I'd also like to say a shout out to some of the organizations who have helped us with past events. Do I have time for that?
Oh, absolutely.
Excellent. I know last autumn I did an event over in Troy, Missouri, and the VFW there and the American Legion there were excellent. We've done an event recently down in Southern Illinois where the DAV has helped out, and and then we have Sisters in Service who have helped us with multiple events. Like you had said, we got a lot of really good organizations, and we are very, very lucky that we've got a good community there in St. Louis and the surrounding areas who are willing to help each other out. So, yeah.
It's just fantastic, honestly, and really just for such a great cause. And HD, you're welcome back anytime to call in and stop by and fill us in as we get closer and closer. And really just going to be a great weekend. Thank you so much for your time.
Yes, thank you very much for organizing it.
10:49, a little bit of change on this Monday morning. We'll come back and wrap up the 16th day of March right after this. Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Firearms training shouldn't feel intimidating. At Precision Point Armory in Bethalto, we focus on safety, confidence, and real-world skills. Whether you're new or renewing your concealed carry, you'll get professional instruction without pressure. Learn safe handling, sound decision-making, and proper techniques tailored to your experience level. If you're looking for premium firearms training in the heart of Bethalto, Illinois, call 618-779-9947 or go to precisionpointarmory.net and train with confidence today.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
What's up? It's my Keith. What's up, bro? Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Tom Wells, an assistant chief of the Godfrey Fire District. He has been a firefighter and an EMT for over 20 years. Tom is currently an instructor in the Lewis and Clark Paramedicine program and has 2 degrees from LC, fire science and nursing.
I'm Tom Wills, and I'm a trailblazer.
Oh no, another bad headache?
Yeah,
Maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
Welcome back. Hey, 10:52. Couple of things to fill you guys in on. Let's start with this one. It's sad that stories like this exist, quite honestly, and I hate reading them. But they are necessary, and Jerseyville Public Library has released a statement regarding the employee investigation. Here's what they have to say on this case. The Jerseyville Public Library has been notified that a library employee was detained by law enforcement. According to authorities, the individual currently being held on charges related to alleged internet child pornography material possession. Upon receiving this information, the library immediately took steps to ensure the employee no longer had access to library facilities, resources, or patrons. The primary role of the employee did not involve children's programming. The library maintains network security safeguards designed to prevent this type of activity on its systems. As an added precaution, the library conducted an internal review of internal network activity and accounts under the guidance of the state forensic examiner for the Illinois Attorney General's office and found no evidence of such activity occurring on library devices or accounts. The Jerseyville Public Library fully cooperating with law enforcement as this investigation continues. Questions regarding the investigation should be directed to the special investigator. The library remains committed to providing a safe, welcoming, and supportive environment for all community members. One more story we're following. One more story we are following today. Logistically speaking, Dayton Freight Lines, a provider of supply chain services, has opened a new service center in Collinsville. It's expanding its operations in the St. Louis area market. The new state-of-the-art facility, located on more than 100 acres and includes 100 doors, a heated dock, a snow scraper, a shop, and advanced technology. The reason I said 1,800 is because that there was a classified and some things right in front of me. My apologies. I do get paid to read. The service center, it's positioned at the Interstate 255-55 interchange, a location the company said will provide faster access to major routes, improve efficiency, and increase capacity. The company said it maintains a standard of excellence for customers with on-time, intact service. More information is available at DaytonFreight.com. And that's really a look at what's happening around the Riverbend today. There is going to be an opportunity for a free community health screen we can fill you in on, offering take-home colorectal cancer tests and other screenings for adults. It's scheduled for next Saturday from 10 to 2. It's going to be beautiful next Saturday. Go get your kiddos out to the darn zoo at Church of the Living God, 101 West Elm Street in Alton. The event being conducted in recognition of Colorectal Awareness Month. Services offered will include cancer take-home tests for colon cancer, home education materials, a prostate cancer blood test, and blood pressure screening. Here's what Abe Lee Barham had to say. Too many people are dying young at a young age when it could be prevented with health screenings. This is why we are having the event. This is free, so anyone who wants to take part should take advantage of the opportunity. For more information, you can contact 618-799-9157. Out of time. Hey, do you guys like the new show on RiverBender over the weekend? You got Brian Trust kicking it on Thursdays. I ramble on throughout the week, and then Saturdays, whole new show, according to. Life's looking good for the team at RiverBender.com. Until I talk to you again tomorrow, we had a busy show. Try your best to stay out of jail.